Cicero coming at you with another video. Today's video is going to be about talking with people, and if people are even listening to you, and the skills you could have in order to discern if you're wasting your time, if you should pull out of your conversation, how you could let them know that they're having logical fallacies and it's leading to the inability to carry out an actual conversation with them. There is this in everybody. Everybody has this, even me. And I am working on it. But we don't always listen to one another when we're speaking. We don't let the person get their thought out before we start saying something a lot of the time. Or if we disagree with them, we don't let their thought come out completely. But there's no point in just trying to get your point across if you cannot hear the other person's point. If you cannot acknowledge the other person, why would they acknowledge you? It's important to listen. Hear them out 100%. Really absorb what they're saying. Because if you're right, what they're saying is wrong. And all you have to do is tweak the things that they are saying. Like repeating them back to them the correct way, or repeating them back to them the way that you took the information, and then telling them, so I think that's what you mean, right? Like, this is what you mean by when you say this, you mean this. And then they can then go back and say, no, I meant this, or you're right, and now I see why I'm wrong, because I didn't think about it that way. Like, if you're the aggressor, if you're disagreeing with somebody, you just pushing your point on them isn't going to do anything. You have to hear them out, and you have to prove it to them that their point is wrong. But you don't prove it to them with aggression. You have to be passive. You have to let them come to the realization themselves. If they are having a conversation with you and they get super emotional and they start calling you names, or they start going off topic and they start talking about previous situations, then you guys got bigger problems. Then the problem isn't that at hand, it's something else. And obviously you shouldn't be calling each other names in a conversation about, ever, but especially in a conversation about a debate of agreeing upon something. So it's important to listen. Listening will get your point across. And a lot of people just don't know that. A lot of people think that they just have to talk over one another. But what does it do? It makes the other person not want to hear what you're saying. Damn, something flew in my eye. It makes people want to just shut you out. It makes people want to raise their voice, call you names, get hyper emotional. If you can be objective, if you could be the calmest one, if you could be listening, all while knowing that you're backed up inside, that you know all your facts, you know how you're going to prick and prod. There's no need to rush. There's no need to force. There's no need. itself. And it's a very powerful thing. It's a very, 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 very powerful thing. You hold all the cards. But, the big but, the big but is you could throw the whole entire card game away if you start yelling, if you start calling names, if you start getting hyper emotional. You lose the whole debate, no matter even if you're right. You throw it away. There's no... It's like, do you want to just be right, or do you want the person to understand why they are wrong? Like, that's the thing. It's a complicated matter when your emotions are involved. But if you know you're right, you don't need to be the fucking judge. Like, you don't need to be the judge and the jury and the executioner when it comes down to it. You just need to prove, like, just put your point out on the table by listening to them and tweaking it because you know it's wrong. There's a million ways to go around something. Like if say they're trying to avoid something and you know they're trying to avoid it, it's possible to talk around it, like to outline, because they're gonna go in loops, they're gonna go in circles around it. But that gives you an outline about it. It gives you, like, I know we're talking about imaginary concepts here, but if you talk around something, you're going around it, you're giving an outline for what you're trying to avoid. Like, you keep going around it. It's the thing. The whole entire thing that the loop is the thing. And if you can see through it, you can see what they are avoiding. It's just fun, because nobody can ever hide anything. Everybody wants to lay out everything on the table. Like, people are much worse liars than they think. Yeah. Anyway, it's just a video to help you converse with people and to have real conversations so that you are heard out and they are heard out. You want yourself to be heard, especially. So, like, if you gave them time to speak, you damn well expect them to give you time to speak. And if they don't, you call them out on it. And things should roll out. It's like an execution plan. Like, if you can go into scenarios with this execution plan, you will have the play of the cards. Like, the game will be in your favor. But if you get all emotional, if you match their frequency, if you match their chaos, then you get to their level and the game is in anybody's hands, even if you're right. So it's important to see that, to be wiser. Yeah. Anyway, hope that helped. I can see it helping a lot of people, because I think everybody has conversations, and I think everybody at times feels like they're not being listened to. And I feel like everybody experiences times where somebody will disagree with them, and they experience conflict with one another. And I think everybody has wished that they dealt with it a little bit better. And you may already know these tricks. You may already know your own way to do this, but maybe I'm talking to somebody who's hearing it for the first time. And to you, I'm happy to help you. And I'm happy to help you with any other questions that you think you may have. So, ask them. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment some questions, and let me know if the video helped you. I'm just doing it to help and doing it as like a little bit of a diary type thing. So, yeah, thanks.